I'd like to thank Blake Evans, a good friend of mine, for helping me finally put words to how I felt about what happened in Moore, Oklahoma. I told those people of faith out there, and I didn't know what to say about it when I first saw that whole thing happen, and I've been kind of at a loss for words by this block, so they couldn't see what I thought real clearly. And Blake posted something on Facebook, and he wrote, "You didn't tell me you got a job, you bastard." But going to school for be a lineman out there in Texas. But he said, got to work at the Rock and Rodeo, which I assume is a bar he works at 3:40 a.m. Into the parking lot was this trailer sending stuff out to the tornado victims of Oklahoma. So we all helped them pack boxes and loaded the truck. After the last box went onto the track, we all said a prayer for a safe journey. Now it's 5:20 a.m. I'm just getting home and I feel amazing. Good deeds are what makes the world go round, and Texas is the heartbeat of the heartland. I'm out here in California. We don't see these good middle American folk. They're men without faces. Clingers to guns in their Bibles. I don't think so. Here's what I wrote back. Amen. Was glued to the TV when it happened, and the day or two after. Hundreds of stories I heard, and probably thousands that didn't make the news, of people with no below-ground shelters huddled in a hallway closet as what could be best described as hell on earth encompassed them and everything they own, and in many cases everyone they loved. But at the end of the day, was there deathly found in these closets? As the rubble was thrown about a second time, in a fevered search for those trapped, did we only find pain? There was some tragedy. At Plaza Elementary, where a class of third graders never came home to their moms, dads, and siblings. That moment wanted to drag you down and not let go. But then the camera zoomed out, and we saw and heard the hundreds of stories of people who took shelter in those closets and survived with some exceptions. But in many cases, in fact most, no serious injuries or problems. But I heard one common thread in all those following days, as all those stories of survival against what would seem impossible odds were told. They prayed. All those closets that day were filled with hope and faith and a comfort that only faith can provide. The comfort that this life, though filled with people who are dear to us, is a passing thing, but what comes for us who believe afterwards is not. This is not to say that these people were ready to die, or that we should ever just lay down and go quietly into the night. No. The people of Moore ran to those closets and filled them with faith, and in whatever words they could muster in such a trying moment, they prayed for God to protect their neighbors, their children at school, a spouse at work. And then I noticed they always seemed to add themselves in at the end, last, and many didn't even consider asking God for protection. They cared more about those around them. And some, in the most selfless way it can be asked, ask God to protect us or our town, never naming themselves, but looking at them together as a family, as a community. Faith was Moore's rock that day, while buildings were ripped from their foundations and in their footings. Everything in nature's path succumbed to its mighty fury. Moore showed us what faith truly is. That day the devil came to Oklahoma, only to find that God was already there. God bless you guys. Toot my own horn, I like that. That day the devil came to Oklahoma, to find that God was already there. He's all across this country. Those people aren't bare Bible clingers. They're men of faith. Character. Good night, you guys.